Alright guys, welcome back to the shop, welcome back to the channel. I have a leaky axle seal. Just lovely. Just love seeing leaks on something with less than 4,000 kilometers on it. It's just absolutely lovely. So I'm not even one beer into this job. So far all I've done really is take the back wheel off, and next thing we got to do is, at least it's this side, I don't have to take any brake parts off. So what we're going to want to do is undo our suspension, undo our that, and this big bolt here that holds the strut on, and the sway bar, which is what I was having a brain fart on there a few seconds ago, has got to come off so we can jiggle this out, pull the cap off, crack that axle nut loose, and that should fall out, and be able to pop that axle out, and then we will fight with the seal. And there's those two. I'll crack this axle nut loose, and then we'll tackle the swing arm. Holy smokers! Almost pulling the quad right off the blocks. Woohoo! That's a tight one. All right. Done, done, and done. Where's your cotter pin? There, onto this guy right here. There's it's kind of like a stud that runs right through to the other side, and lighting's not very good. You may have to move that brake line to give yourself a bit of room. That's a T30. That little clip there holds the brake line. Heck, I might zip this back wheel off too, and then we'll carry on. Okay, so since I'm a bit farmer, I got a pair of vice grips on this side, and I cracked it loose with the breaker bar on this side. She was tight. I had to put a cheater bar on her. So now I am going to try to finish it off with the impact. That's a 22 mil, by the way. Good Lord. Now I'm deaf. Holy shites. That is still on there. Get my breaker bar. Cheater. Plug your ears. Alright, I might as well just left the camera going because that actually didn't take very long. So there's a spacer and a nut. Don't forget that. And when you pull this, pull that bolt out the other way, you will probably lose a couple of bushing spacers that are on each end of this swing arm. Keep an eye out for them. When we did an axle on my son's, we had put it together and we had lost it. We didn't know we had lost it. And then he had, what did he do? Lost track. Drive shaft. Bent the drive shaft. When we went to put it all back together, couldn't find that bushing. I'm pretty sure it had been missing all along. We searched high and low. We were supposed to be going up north the next day, and we ended up fixing it on the trailer because we had to buy bushing on our way up north. You can actually see that video. That's my trip to Kearney video there if you visit my channel. That's not a bad video. It's a great place to ride. My video doesn't do it justice, but anyways, let's carry on with this thing. Let's get on the other side and wiggle and jiggle that big bolt out so we can drop this swing arm and get that axle off. There. Now she should be good. That should just fall right out of there now. There, just like that. Okay, so should be able to just grab a hold of your axle with one hand. And there you go. And there's the bushings. You gotta make sure they don't fall out. Okay. See if I can do this one-handed. Beautiful. Beautiful. And well, she's still got oil in the diff. So it looks like I caught it just in time. So that just shows how very important it is to check over these machines. Like every time you're done riding it, when you wash it, wash the hell out of it. And I mean, go over it, because these things are you just can't ride them like a Yamaha. Like my Grizzly that I had before this, I mean, that thing was sunk underwater and all kinds of crap before I bought it. I mean, it was rode hard and put away wet. And I had that thing for a whole season, and I never had anything like this go wrong. Nothing. Now the engine burned oil because it was a Subaru and it had been swamped, but other than that, I never fixed a darn thing on that Yamaha. So anyways, I'm gonna have a beer, open this door, cool off, and we'll pull that seal out. Okay, so I got the bike lowered practically all the way onto the floor, draining that diff oil out of there. If you don't lean it down, the oil just runs down the skid plate and all over the damn place. So I'm gonna let that drip dry, probably get another excuse for to have a beer. And I think how I'm gonna do this seal, I did them on my son's quad. And what I did was I drilled some wood screws into the seal and then pried it out with a claw hammer. All right, I got a screw in there. Boom, just like that. Right on. All right, it's time for the new seal to go in. They already put a little bit of grease on the inside of that, so you don't really have to worry. I just sprayed a little bit of Crown penetrating oil on my finger and rubbed it on the outside of this. And I've got that surface all cleaned off. And now we just gotta stick it in there and get her in there square. And I'm gonna tap it in first a little bit with a hammer, but I do have a big socket that fits that really good to tap on once I get it started. There, I got it started. It's nice, going in nice and square, so I just put my socket up here. You don't need to drive it. You just gotta put it in. You'll be able to hear it. It changes tone. And that's good. Now we can reassemble and put some fresh diff oil in this. So there you have it. That's the basics of having to change a axle seal. Now if you had to do this one, the only other thing you'd have to do is pull off that caliper, and that's just a couple more bolts to hold the caliper on, and then take that little clip off so you can move have a little bit more room with your brake line. And that's oh, and you would have to pull that rod all the way out. Do the same with your shock and your sway bar. So anyways, I'm not gonna bother showing you the reassembly. Probably gonna end this video here. Please like and subscribe the video. I've done a lot of modifications to this four-wheeler. You can check them all out on my channel, Miller ATV. The beers are flowing, and it's hot in here, and I want to listen to the radio and have a bit more fun. I can't do that if I am filming. So have a good weekend, guys, and we will see you again out here in the shop very soon.